Hello and welcome to my talk. Today I will be telling you about the age of exploration, or as some people like to call it, the age of exploitation. After I am done, it is up to you to decide which title fits better. We will first start off with exploration. What is exploration, you ask? Exploration is the desire to seek what is new land or better trading routes. During the Renaissance, Muslim traders controlled most of the east routes overland and through the Mediterranean. Due to the many crusades, trade relations between the Muslims and the Christians have become strained. Instead of discovering new routes to the Orient, the Americas were discovered. The term America comes from Amerigo Vespucci, who was a famous cartographer working for the King of Spain, King Ferdinand of Aragon, and Queen Isabella of Castile. The United Kingdoms of Spain were huge supporters of exploration. Christopher Columbus was commissioned by the King and Queen to explore the East by sailing west. Although Columbus was born in Genoa, Italy, he is most famous for discovering the Americas under the Spanish flag. The Santa Maria and the Nina Pinta were two of his 3 ships. The Europeans wanted to test the limits of their ships. No longer were explorers willing to believe that the world was flat and that nothing lay beyond the green seas of darkness where sea monsters lived and the sun burned so hot it would boil the flesh off your bones. No, many wealthy people, such as Prince Henry of Portugal, funded expeditions beyond the unknown. Now in our time, Henry is known as Prince Henry the Navigator. He started a school of navigation and invented many navigational tools, such as the astrolabe. Once the new lands were discovered, all the kingdoms of Europe wanted to set up colonies everywhere. In this race to claim land, Spain and Portugal led the way. Spain claimed most of the Caribbean, including what is now Hispaniola, Honduras, Cuba, Puerto Rico, and Mexico, while Brazil was conquered by the Portuguese, as well as Principe. A colony is an extension of the mother country in which the colony supplies raw resources such as fur, sugar, gold, and silver. Then the mother country takes those resources and refines it into hats for fashion, white sugar for cooking, gold and silver jewelry as well. Basically, luxury items for the rich. These new products created vast amounts of wealth for the refining companies in mainland Europe. This spurred on the need or greed for more raw resources, which leads me to introduce our alternate topic, the age of exploitation. Every time a new shipment of goods came to Europe, the coffers of that kingdom grew and grew. Because the Europeans wanted wealth so bad, they were willing to turn the native peoples into living tools and forced them to work in the newly established sugar plantations and silver mines. The conquerors also enacted a system that forced the natives to convert to Catholicism. The natives did not like this, but they had to foot the bill because they couldn't do anything about it. To make matters worse, the Europeans taxed the natives for living on their own land. If a native could not pay a tax, he would have to sacrifice a finger. As well as being forced to pay taxes for their own land, they were also forced to give up all of their personal possessions, making them slaves to the Europeans. When the Spaniards conquered native lands, they enacted the encomienda system. This system was a grant of land by royal decree where the conquistador promised to protect the natives and, wait for it, to give the natives religious instruction. The ultimate oppressor, forcing the natives to give up their polytheistic point of view for a Catholic point of view, punishable by death or torture. The Spanish Inquisition was known for its brutality. The treatment of the natives was vulgar and malicious. They were treated like animals, beaten, bought, and sold. The Bible teaches us that we are all created equal. The conquistadors, though, seem to ignore this completely. Now it's time for you to decide. Which title fits best? The age of exploration? Or were the natives and the land subject to exploitation?